Hi, welcome to this Die Designer video tutorial. For this video, we will be looking at die sets. So if you go up into the Components menu, scroll down to Die Set or DW from the command line, it'll bring up our die set dialog box. Very quickly, first we do have a help system. So you click on the help, it gives you a description, your command line, your menu location, the intelligence, and then a couple notes. Also a video demonstration button where you can watch this video for some of the procedures and the finer points of this. So yeah, running you through some of the options on this. We have our vendors. We have Danley, currently Danley, Lemco, and Superior. We have our style, a 4-post ball bearing, 2-post ball bearing, 4-post bronze plated, and a 2-post bronze plated. So yeah, if you click here on the style for the Danley, there's your 2-post, and we're going to go to a die shoe bottom. So yeah, there's your 4-post, there's the bronze plated, the 2-post, and yeah, some other options, demountable bushings on the bottom. Now it's a press fit bushing. If we switch over to the top, right now we got demountable posts. Now they're press fit posts. So yeah, we also have the post diameters, our views, the die shoe bottom or the punch shoe top, and then some die data. If you know this, type it in. If you don't, just leave it where it is, and you can edit this afterwards, and I'll show you what I'm talking about shortly. So yeah, we're going to start. We're going to put a die shoe, Danley die shoe. We'll go with the 4-post ball bearing, all demountable, and we're going to put the bottom half, the die shoe, in on the bottom. So you know what? I see something in the drawing I want to erase first. So DW. Danley 4-post, all demountable. Will stay with the 1 1/4 post diameter and its die shoe bottom. Click OK. You know what? Just before I do that, if you notice the insertion point, it's in the center of the die yoke or die block. Yeah, if you have multiple die blocks, you know, something out here, you know, snap a construction line from the middle to the middle of the other end and snap to the middle of it for the insertion point, you know. But yeah, so just so you know, it is all the geometry is going to be based off that middle point that you select. So I'll go OK. Down at the command line, I'll hit on these options, I'll just hit M for middle, and it'll be to the middle of this rectangle. Now we're prompted at the command line for the length of the die block, so I'll snap to the end point, snap to the opposite end point. Now for the width, snap to the end point, snap to the opposite end point. Once I do this, it'll draw this die set in real quick. So yeah, it draws it in. And now at the command line, it's asking us die set data insertion point. So I'll just pick south of the die shoe. And you'll see it's a Danley 4-post ball bearing, left to right 13, front to back 13. Our thicknesses that we entered, like I said, we can edit that. You know, we didn't need to know that when we put this in, because we can certainly edit that. Demountable, same thing with the shut height and the stroke. You can edit that if you get that data at a later date. So yeah, puts it in quick and easy. To show you some of the intelligence on this, I'm going to do a little ballooning so we can get catalog numbers off of these bushings. And you know what, before I do that, I'm going to do DW, and I'm going to go to a punch shoe. And I'll just pick a random point. I'll say it's a 12-inch die yoke by 6 inches wide. Lets you know with the top with a 4-post that it's not mirrored, so that means your offset pins line up. So if you mirror it, if you do an open book style design, just mirror it at the appropriate time. So yeah. So now, yeah, to show you some of the intelligence on this, let's go to balloons. Split leader balloons, we're going to start with, let's go with 7, because I already have 1 through 6. I'm going to snap to the center of that. Draw this up, and I am going to link it. Okay. Just to show you the top, I know it's a little out of order here, but I just want to show you this. Balloon number 8, snap to the center. And in this case, we won't have to link it because it's a group of objects. It's the post itself plus the ball cage. And yeah, there's your 8, 9 for the post and the ball cage. Now, if I run the bill of materials program, Design Aids, Bill of Materials, or BM. I'm going to scroll down here because this happens real quick. Bill of Materials. And yeah, we had our existing details that were already ballooned, but then Danley detail 7 for required, the bushing, catalog number, the top half, the guidepost, catalog number, and then the ball cage. Oh, quick note. You'll see it puts the catalog numbers in, but I got the 2 X's. That's where you specify the length portion of this. So in this case, we'll look at just the bushing for sake of time here. It's the style 85, it's the 10 XX. So if I come over here to my side view, I'll do a quick measurement. And I got a little over 4 inches. Now if I pull, I would call up my catalog, in this case Danley, and yeah, there's my 6, my 10, and that's where my XX is in the code length and the -85 style. So you see our F length. So I'll look over here. We have our F length for these at 1 3/4, 2 1/4, 2 3/4. 2 3/4 is fine. I just measured that. It was over 4 inches, and that code is 1 1. So I would just go back over here and edit that real quickly. Whoops. And yeah, there you go. You got an accurate length factor on it, and I won't do it for the guideposts and the ball cage. The ball cages are style 2, just so you know, heads up on that. And yeah, now if I wanted to, just to show you something else that's really kind of neat, I could export this bill of materials to a spreadsheet or type Excel. Yes, you do have to have Excel loaded onto the computer. But I'll click that, and you'll see it's opening a new spreadsheet, and yeah, it just created it, opened it, and populated it. So we got our guidepost bushings with that 6-10-11-85 Danley for required. So yeah, really kind of neat. I'll show you more about the bill of materials in the Excel spreadsheet in a later video. But yeah, so there's your catalog information for ordering these guys. Little more intelligence. Let's detail this out. I'm just going to do the die set itself. I'm not going to transform all these fasteners and dowels and whatever else we have. I'm just going to stick with the die shoe for simplicity, but we can go to Object Transform and transform all these bushings. Okay. Now they transformed into a precision hole for the bushing itself, and you got the tapped holes in the correct location for the clamps for the demountable. If I go to Dimension Hole Table or HD, I'll hit Select. Yeah, and it labels everything. A, B. Your A's are the 5/16 18 tap, and then the B is the 2.1250 hole through ring fit bushing. So yeah, kind of cool. Can do the same thing, object transform on the top, and it transforms. So I could go DT base. Let's put the base up here. I'll do auto. And yeah, now it's dimension. So it's, other than a side view, you got everything for this die shoe. You got your whole chart, you got that. Yes, I did not put all the guts in, the tapped holes, the dowel holes for this, but yeah, just to show you how quickly that works. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.